This is episode 135 of the Slightlee Daily Podcast. Back again, Thursday. We're filming on Thursday. It's either going to come out Friday or Saturday, but we're coming back consistently. We feel fresh, energized. It's Thursday morning. We're doing adult things. It feels more like adultish, but it's becoming more and more professional. Parker's back to my left, and Connor's back to my right. Recurring guest Connor. He's back. We're going to be chopping it up, talking about some things on episode 135. Parker, all in all, how'd you feel about the first week?
First week went well. I went back and watched it. Felt like I could have done some things differently. I'm sure, well, maybe not you because you've been doing this shit for a while. But me, I was like, okay, I could I'm not even going to say it. But yeah, I could do some things different. But it'll get better as we go.
Is Talk More one?
Talk more what?
Is Talk More one?
No, I don't want to do that. I want to just be more assertive when I talk. Like, really know what I'm talking about, you know? Be, like, excited about what I'm talking about. But, yeah, we got a cold one, too.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
let's go ahead and
11:20.
Hold on. Here we go. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go. A crisp. Ooh. You let out all the carbonation with that one. That one's going to be flat as hell.
She's flat, but it was good for the headphone listeners.
All right, yeah. So we wanted to crack a cold one. I'm on the clock right now, technically. Hopefully my boss doesn't watch this. I'm just kidding. They don't watch my podcast. Even if they do, they don't know. They can't prove what time I recorded this at.
Yeah, even though I just
But he
said
just shouted it
11:20,
out.
They can't prove that.
They can't prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it. I could say it's 2007.
Yeah.
We recorded this April 2nd, 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Slightly Daily episode 135. Connor, I want to ask you, could you kind of tell a difference in the energy of like me and Parker having more like a set kind of topics in hand?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
totally different podcast when because before when you were doing it, it wasn't
Like freestyling.
It was freestyling,
Yeah.
And you would also tell people beforehand, like, "Hey, this isn't. I don't have. It's an interview because mostly you did artists,
Mostly, yeah.
and or if they had a brand or something. But that was a basis. But some people would come on and just chat,
Yeah.
and you didn't have a basis to go off of, and it was solely just let's see what happens kind of deal, and
I think there's
roll off of each other. But that could also get hard when they're not used to this podcasting stuff because
exactly.
if you go back and look, I can tell when the conversation would die and you don't have someone with podcast PR training or anything like that. They'd let it die and you would be CPR and that thing back to life the best you can, and sometimes it's a lost cause.
That's kind of whenever Parker connected with me on this, that's kind of like the like conclusion I came to. It was like, all right, it's not that I'm not gonna do artist interviews anymore, but it's like I would rather do this once a week, and then if I get lucky on the weekends, I can just edit conduct an interview by myself, but like bare minimum this. And going back to like the freestyling thing, I think all good podcasts, we all listen to podcasts, all three of us, they have elements of like riffing and freestyling, but also like there's like, all right, okay, we gotta have like a good balance of talking the topics and also like just like shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw on the last podcast that
So
you did.
I think
it was on topics, but you hit that topic, and then it would be
a segment.
It would be Kanye, and then it would go off into politics or something like that.
I think that's good.
Drifting away, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Drifting away is
That's like a
perfectly
normal
fine.
conversation.
Exactly, because you're like, oh, then that goes into this.
Yeah.
But then it's also good to have like, all right, well, we've been on Kanye way too long. Let's next.
What's next?
Yeah.
And I think it's good to have you guys here to help me stay like on a path.
Yeah, it's not you trying to give mouth to mouth to the conversation. and bring it back to life. It's okay.
Dude,
that
it's like she knows when we're recording, and she always has to like get up here in the camera.
Yeah.
dude,
but-
she likes being on camera like us, but
Sometimes she'll sleep right here.
it's not the mouth to mouth that you were given. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, well, that conversation died, but we got other topics.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, I liked it too. I liked it a lot. I'm excited to keep doing this.
Thanks for having me on here.
No, thank you for one, just always supporting me with this, and I like doing. If I'd never had a guest again, and it was just us three, I'd be fine, like seriously. But Connor, do the honors. Let's give us our first topic.
Do you mind if I open up with something else?
Yeah,
besides
go
the
for
topic?
it. Go for it.
So, last podcast, y'all, and I know it's a little bit of a callback from a podcast ago, but y'all talked about, tricking that algorithm, getting in there. And I also, in the past I've been like, I support you and all that, but I kind of feel like a hypocrite yesterday because I loaded up that video and you had a totally new intro that I've never seen in my life. And I felt horrible.
Damn.
Come on, just hear me out. So
that
I
a new
went
intro?
through.
Huh?
Say it again?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, so I went back through and I felt bad because after, you were like, this is 134, and I was like, man, he's hit 134 and I'm totally clueless. And I did this yesterday when I was over here. I named off all the podcasts I listen to, and we're both drivers. That's what we do for a living. And not one time did I say Slightly Daily Podcast on that list, and you did it on the podcast. And that's not true homie stuff. And I honestly felt bad, dude. No, to trick that algorithm, you need homies to. I mean, when we worked at ORD,
Yeah.
that one guy told me, forgot his name, but he said that he would turn on his friend's album in the locker because we couldn't have our phones on the floor, and he'd just let it play all day.
Yeah.
And that's some true homie stuff, and I haven't been on that because, I mean, honestly, dude, I did the numbers, and you've did 152 hours of straight podcasts. That's over 6 days. You've put out enough content for me to a full week of work of straight driving,
That is
plus
true.
some.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And
A lot of time.
It made me feel bad because, dude, I've been doing Twitch for maybe a week, and I'm already sick of editing little small 6-second clips.
Buddy,
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think I may have just spent a bunch of money on a hobby that's probably not gonna do anything.
Don't
and then
do
I
that.
Oh, nah,
Push.
dude,
don't
don't say that.
Don't say that. Push through it, dude. There's times. All right. Well, let me ask you this: what makes you think that? Because you're not getting results? Or?
No, it's not the results. I nowhere close to thinking that a week, and I didn't think I would have the 7 followers I have on there.
That's dope. In a week.
That's
7
cool, man.
followers?
Well,
It's
I
hard to-
had the 7 followers in like 3 days. It's the getting it out there part. The
editing.
It's
yeah,
tough.
like I
Like
always,
clips.
when we're playing, I'm like, how do you like? I need a trick to this to make it easier on
Yeah.
me because the recording a full like 3-hour session that we do and then trying to remember the numbers is just not gonna work for me. So I'm sitting there like, I got my hotkeys and I'm hitting them, but then I also have to go back and try to remember which clip it was. Cause dude, it just shows like a gun in front of the person's arms. Like that could be anything.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking like, no, like, and then you said you'll remember it, but honestly, Parker, I won't.
How do you?
It's
How do you? Well, I know like Ninja and like people they have mods that like clip it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
But like if it's just one person, I don't even know how you could.
I just like I have my NVIDIA GeForce Experience. It's like this little overlay you can have on your PC where you can record, stream through it, whatever. And I have the recording set to 5 minutes. So whenever something happens, I just hit a button and it saves the last 5 minutes.
The last 5. That's
And so-
probably the move, honestly.
So then I go in and
Yeah,
I know
that's
I have
like
a
what
5-minute
Xbox
clip
has.
and I skip to like the end and I remember why I saved it that way.
That's dope.
wow.
But you can do
I'll have
that-
to look.
well-
Can I do that through OBS?
Yeah, you can set a hotkey to where you press it and it saves however long.
That's why I've been needing to get with you, man, because that you can do so much on OBS. I get lost in it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the fun part, not learning and then like figuring it all out. Like it's fun once you get the hang of it.
I was just having this conversation with him because I got a new video editing software through my job. It's Premiere Pro. It's like literally the Deadpool movie was edited in Premiere Pro. It's like a full-on movie editing software. Like it's not. It's if you got like a 4K camera and you got like a fast enough computer, you can make a fucking movie.
Dude, let's go in on a 4K camera. Split that
You
3
got
ways.
a fast enough computer to run 4K like that?
Honestly, dude.
Because
So-
we ain't got that.
So I'll tell you this, my camera does film 4K. All right, so the files, and I only film in 1080p because the file size for this episode is going to be about 10 gigs for about an hour. 4K is probably double that, probably 20 gigs. It's
Damn.
fat. It looks better. Don't get me wrong, it looks way better. But like for efficiency, and then it gets into like workflow and shit. Like, okay, would you rather the podcast be out today, or and it look just it's still 1080p since 60 FPS. It still looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Yeah.
that 4K quality though is hitting.
Could we just stack our graphics cards and RAMs and all that into one? 'Cause
I
that
don't
might
know
be
if that's
enough.
how it works, but if
That
it
is how
is
it works.
really,
You
well
can
then,
stack graphics cards, RAMs.
like when I come over, I just pull the shit out of mine.
It's just
No,
like
we're gonna
running
have to
over here.
like totally make it one computer.
Oh.
We're gonna have to go in on it. If we're gonna go in on
Okay, I feel
joint
you.
custody on a
thought
4K
we, like,
camera, might as
bring it
well
over.
go all the way.
I thought we like brought it over in a bag, like
Just
bring
like
your
here.
RAM,
Just all the
I'll bring
parts.
my GPU.
Bring the
yeah.
case. All right, Connor, give us our first topic, though.
Yeah,
I
so,
appreciate the recognition, and you helped me out a lot with this, dude. I wouldn't have been able to, bro. How much headache? We talked about this before, bro. How much headache and frustration we had at the beginning. I would have never, dude. It would have been so hard, and it would have taken me so much longer to get like to this point if I wouldn't have had like a little boost. Cause like, bro, you remember how, we were lost. Like
Yeah.
how he was talking about how you gotta learn like how to edit like your like process, dude. When we first started this shit, we were using that shitty lamp
That's your only lighting.
like this. Like he was like tilted it toward me.
Nice.
Like people don't realize that, and it was only like a 10-minute episode. But like I was like, all right, cool. Let's just do like
That's
a
real.
Well,
He was
let's-
over here holding it. the
Yeah,
whole
and
time.
then
That's dope.
he had his Canon, and like it did. That was a whole nother thing. But yeah, man.
But you ran with it, and I'm so glad you did because
Mhm.
I don't. And shout out to all your loyal followers.
I got
Like
a
going
few.
through the videos, you do,
I got a few, man.
and they've been loyal from the jump.
Yeah. I got a few people that comment on the YouTube videos, which is like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
that's
about.
huge. Yeah, that guy that commented on the new episode, I want to get him back on here. He's an MMA fighter. That's an episode you need to check out if you haven't already. But he's an amateur MMA fighter. He's Kobe's friend, and yeah, he streams on Twitch. He does like all his whole channel and stuff. His social media pages is all like MMA commentary.
Dude, is Kobe like a little genius?
Like book smart wise? Or,
Yeah.
we're probably about the same.
He was trying to
Grade-wise.
teach himself his own language.
I mean, yeah.
He knows like 100 and
and-
some countries out of
Yeah.
180
he's like
total
a
or
f-
something.
He's like an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when y'all were talking about Last Chance U,
Yeah.
I shut up.
Well, yeah.
He's like, y'all are naming off like coaches from early 2000s, like and what they did. Like no.
Well, all right. I'll counter you here because we can name random sports facts and stuff. We start talking about clothes and cars, I'm lost. You got me there.
Yeah.
Like car parts and shit, like I can change my oil or some spark plugs, but like I don't know anything about the Japanese car and shit. Like I don't know nothing about that or fashion. Speaking of fashion, no, I'm just kidding. Give us our first topic, Connor.
Yes. Probably gonna be maybe she's not. I don't think she's trying to do the whole Tom Brady thing where he's like, I'm retiring, I'm done, and then surprise, he's back.
Yeah.
But Serena Williams did talk about retirement after this last one, and she just went off. It was a 6-3 in the U.S. Open.
I think she played
This
this
was-
morning too.
This was her
Oh yeah.
23rd.
Oh yeah, this came out 4 minutes ago.
Damn.
Wow. Her 23rd Grand Slam single, and that's only number 2 to. It's like it's a weird Garinard court.
She signaled her intention to retire earlier this month, saying she was evolving away from tennis.
Yeah.
But never confirmed the U.S. Open as her final event. Any farewell has now been put on hold, with Williams due back on center court on Thursday for a doubles match with her sister Venus. Cool. Damn. Yeah, she's the GOAT.
She's one of the great, not even just female athletes, just athletes, period, dude. Like, the longevity is crazy. I mean, to be good at something.
How long has she been doing this?
I mean,
I'm about to. You don't know how much she's the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
This is
hold on.
ridiculous.
School me real quick.
So, her first Grand Slam was in 98. She lost it. Went back the next year in 99 at 17, won it.
damn.
Yeah.
17.
At 17, won it. Now on Monday, at 40 years old, she won it. Her 23rd singles Grand Slam, 6-3 with this. With that, I mean, dude, 23. That's staggering.
That's
That she's only she's second place. She's one away from tying the only other woman to do that in singles.
That's wild.
And this is gonna trip y'all out with singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Her total points to losing points is 1,076 to 192.
Jesus Christ. That's
She
domination, bro.
That's
putting
crazy.
up numbers.
She really is and I really think this is because she's a woman, but she doesn't get a lot of recognition as the GO athlete conversation.
That's true.
Dude,
she really doesn't.
I think if it was allowed, she would smack some of the men, because the highest on the men in singles Grand Slams is only 22.
Right. I think so. That's actually happened before in history. Billie Jean King and there's a whole movie about it. There was a tennis match that happened between a woman and a man, and the woman won, if I'm not mistaken. There's a whole movie. Shia LaBeouf plays the male tennis player, but
Borg versus McEnroe.
Yeah, no, that's a different movie. Never mind. That's different tennis movie.
What?
That's two men. Shia LaBeouf, he's not in the Billie Jean King movie. Different movie, my fault. Different tennis movie. But yeah, I think tennis is I think tennis is one of the only sports where men and women are pretty damn near equal.
Yeah.
And golf maybe. But golf, I mean,
Well,
actually I don't know. I'd have to look at the numbers. I'm not too well versed on golf, but I'd have to look at the numbers on what the best women's player, how she would fit in the U.S. Open or whatever.
Well, yeah, because golf, you have driving, and okay, I don't know. On this podcast, we think there's a man and a woman, and there's a difference between them. At least I do. I'm not going to speak for these guys, but I think there's still a difference.
Biologically,
physically, maybe even. So when it comes to golf, you got to drive, and I feel like guys would have the advantage there.
Maybe
over
there,
women.
yeah.
But tennis, you don't really need to be stronger.
kind of just.
What?
I mean, well, but think
as
about
long as you're hitting it back, bro. You hit it in the right spots.
Do you watch a lot
don't
of tennis?
necessarily got to be. I mean, not really.
They
but I
hit
know
it.
how
Them
works.
serves, they count.
Okay, what's the man's serve compared to a woman's serve? Is there a speed difference?
Look up
Okay.
men's tennis player miles per hour serve or some shit like that.
While you look this up,
Yeah.
Serena Williams had this U.S. Open in New York looking like the Met Gala, bro.
Tiger Woods was there.
Tyson was there. Bill Clinton was there.
LeBron and Steph, I'm sure.
Dude.
All right. 157 miles an hour.
Damn,
Okay.
that's fucking fast.
Look
dude.
up Serena Williams serve mile per hour or something.
Dude, she's beaming them. She's humming these things.
119.
Okay.
It's still pretty fucking fast, though.
Yeah.
It's still fast. I mean, it's a 30 mile per hour difference.
It's a 30 mile per hour difference, and
But in the grand scheme of things, can you tell 150 to 120?
No, I don't think so.
Also-
Not if when that ball's coming at you.
Yeah.
I'll say this too about the 157 is that's not the average speed. That's top speed too.
Yeah.
So let's say 120 is average and 120 is her height. I don't think there's much of a difference there, to be honest.
I think, yeah, tennis is probably the most equal that men and women could compete in.
I would love to see, like, Caitlyn Jenner up against one of the Williams sisters.
Slick. She'd get fucking destroyed.
She was an Olympian.
Tennis, though?
Doesn't matter.
Tennis.
Not tennis, but
Track and field,
she does it a lot.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she
that's
plays
true.
golf.
Oh, she does play golf. My bad.
Yeah. She might play tennis, but I know she plays golf.
I feel like that's a rich person thing, you know? Get out there on the tennis court.
All right. Pull one up, Parker. Your
Okay,
turn.
let's see what else we got here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Elon Musk said he's launching Starlink V2. It'll be launching next year. It will transmit direct to mobile phones, eliminating dead zones worldwide. That's lit because, dude, I've been saying that. I'm like, dude, when we have kids and grandkids, they're going to be like, y'all had to wait for stuff to load. Like, y'all had buffering. And like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, how we have dead zones, shit takes a while to load. That's going to be a thing of the past. In the future, everything's just going to be instant, dude. And I've always wondered how they're going to do that.
Well,
here you go.
His follow-up comment says not high bandwidth, so there's still going to be some load time, but text and calls is going to be great.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
that,
so
that second tweet, connectivity will be 2 to 4 megabits per cell zone, so will work great for texting and voice calls, but not high bandwidth.
Right.
So,
But, dude, he's launching these things in the thousands, like, every month, so I'm sure the bandwidth is going to go up in no time.
exactly. Yeah, this is just the beginning, but that's a good start. Like,
Yeah.
no dead zones. Like, that's going to be so cool.
I think it's great that he's targeting an untargeted market, which is rural areas, the country, people that can't get those lines ran to their house, and the people that can only get satellite, but they're getting satellite with companies that have very little satellites.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No,
when
yeah.
he's putting them up there in the thousands, like if you watch this launch, dude, it's going to be a stream across the sky,
yeah.
just like the last one.
You were just talking about this yesterday, actually.
Yeah, it's weird that he brought it up. He was not here.
I don't know. I think I'm just going to mirror what Parker said. I think it's really cool that we're reaching a point to where maybe we won't have any loading time on anything. And it'll be accessible, because I'm sure that there's some really rich people who have, the crazy stupid internet to where they're already there, but it's probably way, way expensive.
I got my 1 gig, but my shit still takes time to load.
Right. So
they probably got some crazy shit.
I think maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, that's going to be easily accessible and affordable to where it's like, okay, this is the new norm.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, dude, 2012, all right, let's think about 10 years ago, the internet in 2012.
3G.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it still took a minute sometimes to load like Netflix, if you had Netflix, or YouTube videos.
And like internet on the phone sucked. Like on the Envy and shit, you wouldn't even bother getting
Oh, no.
because it was just so ass.
This is something too that I think is crazy. Like, so you talk about like the flip phone internet, how much they used to charge to use that service.
Oh,
now there's unlimited
sure.
data for X amount, $100 a month or whatever.
Dude, I ran
Some
up an
people
$800 phone bill one time. My grandma had to pay it off for me because I didn't have that fucking money. I was in like middle school.
You're like, oh, my fault.
What were you doing?
Dude, she got me like 30 texts a month plus like no internet or something. So I was just on the internet and downloading
30 texts,
shit.
that's one convo.
That's what I'm saying. I was just texting away. By the end of the month,
Dude.
800.
You think cell phone companies made more money back then or now? Because back then they were able to,
No, now for sure, everyone's got a phone in their pocket.
But
That's true.
you're right. But think about those stupid microtransactions. Like, all right, we'll break you off for 100 texts and 500 minutes a month. That's such bullshit, honestly.
Yeah. Like you said, that's one convo. Like
At that, like
Yeah.
it might be like. Remember the Voyager? Even if you threw that antenna up, it was not helping anything.
let's see what else we got here.
Oh,
KSI versus Jake Paul. Can you see it happening?
Why would they do that?
Well, that's the fight to make right now, man.
You think
What
so?
you mean?
Well, they just became homies. Like, are
They
they
are
going to
not
take
friends.
Not
Jake-
Logan.
Jake
Oh,
Paul and KSI are not friends.
Jake. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because, all right.
No,
First
that
of
is
all,
the fight to make. That's a great one.
that is the fight to make. But Jake Paul is fighting Anderson Silva in October.
Right.
Yeah.
That
So
was over here.
if Jake beats Anderson Silva,
Why would he do that? I know it's for the bag, but dude, you're gonna mess up your streak.
Anderson Silva's gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah, he's gonna
Okay?
mess up his streak.
Look, I'm just saying, I've been a big Jake Paul fan all of last year when he knocked everyone out last year. He's 6-0, 5-0 or whatever.
I fuck with him too.
Anderson Silva is arguably the greatest UFC fighter of all time, and I know it's MMA. You can't use your feet, you can't grapple.
He's a household name.
This motherfucker, Anderson Silva, got paws on him. See, all right. If you can, go to YouTube and look up Anderson Silva boxing knockout.
Oh god.
The spider,
So he's 2-0 in professional boxing. He retired from MMA and now he's boxing. Dude, watch this last knockout, and we can react to this. I think it's Tito Ortiz. There you
First
go.
one?
Yeah, just do the shorts.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
What was that, 3 before he even landed?
Quick,
Yeah, he
hold on,
was
watch
just
it again.
eating them.
Uh huh.
Bitch.
Bink.
1, 2.
Bink, bink.
I didn't know he
So-
had like a boxing career. I thought he was just MMA.
So he just started. He just retired from the UFC. His last fight was like 2019 or 2020, and he started boxing professionally. And that guy he knocked out was Vitor Belfort. He's also a former UFC champion.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and I know that he's 47, and this
How
is
long ago was that? I should have looked.
that fight was this year.
Okay, yeah, Jake's getting his ass whooped.
So-
I'm sorry, I love you, Jake, but you getting your ass whooped.
No, Jake is he's an athlete.
He's
and
a
he
tank.
is
He
a
is.
fighter for sure.
He
but
is.
at what point do you just see your
It's
limits?
a good fight to make to test like how good he really is.
It's good, and I feel like he's doing it because they're like, you're choosing all these like
For
people
sure.
people are doing any excuse to make this YouTuber not look like an athlete, and that's shitty.
I'll kind of counter you here, and even I'll be the devil's advocate for Jake. One. So, all right, let's look at the top boxers of all time: Floyd, Canelo, Alvarez. Canelo's probably number one right now, active, even though he just lost. But Canelo, you look at Canelo's first 5 fights and the records of those first 5 fighters. Some of those guys were making their fucking debut. Okay, and people have no problem. They're like, well, yeah, but Canelo's 33-0.
That's true.
So, and people are like, well, Jake, these guys are 0-1, 1-0 that you're fighting, and he's like, well, yeah, because I'm just starting my boxing career.
Yeah,
But
but
if
I
you-
think a
dude,
big
it's-
thing is the YouTube thing too. He's like, oh, he's a YouTube guy. He came from YouTube, so that's what everyone's trying to like label him as.
Yeah.
but he's serious about boxing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
wants to be great.
The mess up thing is, like, he is serious about it. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Before YouTube, he wanted to be a Marine.
Yeah.
And, he was a wrestler. Like, he's always wanted to do this. And now that he's doing it, people are throwing this YouTuber thing on him. And he's like, all right, well, you're going to get knocked out by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's a vicious cycle. But I feel like taking on this Anderson Silva fight, if he wins it, dude, it better break that YouTuber
man.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
If he wins,
no one
it,
better.
yeah.
I don't want to hear a peep about.
He
a
doesn't even
YouTuber.
have to knock Anderson
That's
Silva
true.
out.
Just win it. That's all I'm saying.
But the thing is, all right, so KSI,
or put up a great fight.
Yeah, but KSI though, what's his record? Do we know?
so KSI is 5-0.
Okay.
4-0, 4-0-1. He tied Logan and he beat Logan. And that fight that he beat Logan only happened because of a point reduction. Logan punched him in the back of the head and they took a point away. So it could have very well been 2 ties, but nevertheless, Logan Paul is 0-2-1. That's his boxing career. But Jake is they have like the same record right now. They're 4-0 and 5-0. KSI just came off of this past weekend, and I will say he knocked 2 people out in one night.
Yeah.
And they were chumps, both of them, but I will say this. I'll give him his flowers here because he was supposed to fight one person, Alex Wasabi. He backed out a month before the fight because of a concussion, blah, blah, blah. So instead of canceling it, he was like, okay, I'm going to fight this person and a professional boxer in the same night.
Dude,
Fair.
that's tough. You got to people run whole training camps just solely off of how the other person fights.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to do this,
That's
so I
true.
need to learn
So,
this.
hold on, get this.
I'm sorry.
There was a Swarms, which is this rapper dude that got he's never boxed before, and then he was supposed to fight this Bulgarian fighter. Okay, that he was a professional. He'd only won 3 fights in his career. He was like 3-12. Okay, yeah, the record sucks, but then he made the point. He was like, if you combine all of Jake Paul's wins of the people that he beat, they have 0 wins. He was like, I'm fighting a professional boxer with 3 wins. So get this. The guy that he was supposed to fight was a racist Nazi person. He had like Nazi tattoos on his chest and stomach and stuff. So they canceled that. And then he, instead of canceling the whole event, he found another fighter, another professional boxer who had like 3 wins and like 9 losses, and then beat the shit out of him.
Damn.
So
KSI is the truth too.
So yeah.
Actually,
And
really
he looked
like KSI
sharp.
too.
So he looked sharp. So I'm just saying, if I don't even know, man. I think maybe no matter what, we'll still probably see this fight, even if Jake loses.
Eventually.
I think we will, man,
Yeah,
because
have to.
that's the fight to make right now.
Dude, this fight's going to happen.
It has to.
The one that he's fighting, his brother, their business partners in an energy drink deal. Like,
Right.
you know, that Prime is going to be plastered everywhere. So it's gonna go down. We're gonna see this fight,
It'd be good for
and
the
I'm looking forward to it.
brands.
I love KSI.
So the thing about this is, I really think especially if Jake wins and he builds more hype, if that's even possible. He's literally so fucking famous. But if he builds more hype and then they announce this fight, this pay-per-view is going to be up there with like, they're going to sell a lot of pay-per-views like just for this. And this is a professional fight, but it's really
Talking about Jake Paul and KSI.
yes, that like I'm talking that it's going to like touch numbers like Khabib and Conor.
Yeah.
It
for
won't,
sure.
That's the highest selling pay-per-view ever. It was like 4 million buys. And nothing will probably ever touch that. And then number 2 is Floyd and Conor. So
you think he's gonna hit Floyd numbers? Because
yes,
that man's always been known to sell
yeah.
fights.
KSI and Jake will
And Jake knows how to sell a fight. Too.
So-
And
but-
KSI is good at what he does too, like marketing and stuff.
dude, that's 2
Like,
different countries.
2 different
Yes.
continents.
Did I
KSI
I said countries.
well, it's 2 different
Oh,
countries,
yeah.
but like I'm talking
Both,
like
yeah.
continent. Like you think about it, like Jake Paul is one of the most famous people in Canada, Mexico, the United States. KSI is the most famous person in Europe, damn near.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
And that's why him and Logan, they had real beef. They really hated each other at one point. Now they're it's awesome, but
It is. Great.
I like the YouTube boxing shit. I really do. It's entertaining. Some of the cards have been really whack, but this past weekend was really dope. I liked it.
I'm gonna say it. I feel like it's not dope unless one of the Paul brothers is in on it or KSI. Like, I will not ever pay to view a Bryce Hall fight.
No. Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
that one
that's
sucked.
true.
But the KSI one this past weekend, KSI had 2 fights. FaZe Temper fought. He got knocked out. It was FaZe Temper. And
FaZe
like,
Timber's kind of old too, man.
dude, he actually won his last fight. But he got KO'd bad.
Yeah, he's a old gamer. He's not old, but he's older than
He's
these
probably
guys.
30, yeah.
And he's been, playing Call of Duty all his life. He doesn't have a wrestling background and like athlete background like these guys do.
Check
But-
out Tom on GarageBand.
But shout out to Temper for even getting in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't need to do that.
He won his last fight, man.
He owns FaZe, or part of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was like,
I bet. Cool.
we're great.
All right. Let's go to the next thing.
I'm gonna skip over that one.
What do we got? No.
Why'd you skip over that one?
Just for now. Maybe we'll get to it later.
Gallup find. All right.
All right. Gallup poll finds more Americans smoke marijuana than cigarettes now for the first time ever. What do you think about that?
I think the title's a touch misleading because people aren't smoking cigarettes, but there's more people inhaling nicotine though.
That is true.
There's vaping.
That's true.
More people vape, which is, I think, a good thing. You know, vapes are. I think we can all agree that vapes are more healthier than cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But
maybe.
But that fact though is still pretty crazy.
So 68% of U.S. adults think marijuana should be legal, tying the record high. That's pretty dope. Almost 70%.
You
Say
think
it
it-
louder for the people in the back.
You would
Like,
think it would be
dude.
higher than that, low key.
Well, we still got
70%.
boomers out there. Y'all said that on the last podcast.
Dude,
they
that
won't
is true.
die.
Have y'all heard
Or
about the
retire.
guy? I forget. It's in like fucking Pennsylvania or something. But he got caught with some weed, got put in jail for like 15 years. Now weed is legal and they sell it in stores in that state.
And he's still doing
And
time.
he's still doing time. 15 years.
He did it. I mean, honestly, I think going to jail for 15 years. I mean, anything over 1129, like I don't care how much you have. You could have a 26-foot box truck full of it. I think the highest you should get is 1129
For weed?
Yes, for weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
It's
Now,
not gonna.
when we get into like crack and
Oh
heroin.
yeah. That's you're killing people.
I see it. You know, I see that, but no one has ever OD'd from. And I know this is I know we've all
I
heard
think
this.
that might have
1,000
changed since edibles became popular.
Died though, hospitalized.
OD,
100%.
you said OD'd.
Okay, true.
Overdoses
well,
and dying.
Well, but technically though, has that been confirmed though? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
which
edibles are
I
a
think
different
Future
beast.
OD'd.
Well, I know Waka Flocka went to the hospital.
That's what it was. Waka Flocka OD'd. That's an overdose.
Edibles are a
Okay,
different
true.
beast, dude. Those
True.
things can get trippy if you take too many of them.
Yeah,
You feel like you're damn near on mushrooms.
yeah, and that's ODing. It's
Yeah.
an overdose.
No, you're right.
True.
You can drink too much water and OD on that.
Well, dude, there's a case to be made for nothing. If you're not harming someone else, there shouldn't be a crime in it. I don't know, man. I've heard this argument before, and I'm kind of on board with it. What if like everything was legal that wasn't hurting someone else? Like
Yeah.
if you're a grown person and you choose to do something to yourself with your body, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
your choice. Like if you want to do fucking crack, meth, whatever.
As long as you aren't.
As long as you're not going out
Robbing
in public,
people,
just like
yeah.
the same stipulations that are on alcohol right now. You do it in your own home. You're not hurting anyone else. If you choose to do that,
Get a driver.
And fucking do it.
You know, you
Yeah.
don't drive drunk. You're not harming someone.
I don't know, because then it's like I'm saying like it would be legal then, and like you could just buy it and do it yourself. But then it's like there would be a lot of overdoses.
Would
There'd be
there
a lot
though?
more deaths?
So
If you're staying, I think there would be, because if you're staying in your own home and you're not having, like, I mean, the last time you talked, it was Justin Bieber had security guards to check on him. Not
Right.
everyone can afford that, or
Right.
you know, if you're in your own home, you might, you know,
not
even
often,
drink too much and not often. It's, you know, asphyxiate,
Very-
you throw up and
yeah.
like drown in your own throw up, like,
Mhm.
and that's just alcohol.
Yeah.
Much less, you know, crack and whatever.
But it's
else.
like these people that are going to jail for 15 plus years for something that like they want to do to themselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird to me.
I think it's a
like-
money thing, dude, because they can't find a way to tax it, and they can't. They just can't.
But they
they
can.
want their cut. They can, but
if they would, bro, think about how much.
There's too much money in it to not though. Like, like if you're just putting people in jail for it and charging people all this money for it, then like I feel like there's more money to be made there than if they tax it. That's why they keep doing it.
another thing is, and this is, you know, America is known for winning.
Yeah.
We win wars. And the war on drugs, we just don't know when to call it quits. The drugs won, America.
That's true.
Yeah, they
like,
did.
call it quits.
You're right.
Hang it up, Bubba.
That's so fucking true, bro.
Bro, we lost. They lost.
Well,
The
yeah.
drugs won. Quit wasting your
That's
time and
never worked,
resources
dude.
on fighting that war.
Just like prohibition didn't work. When you ban a substance, it's not going to stop the people from getting the substance.
You
It's
ban-
just going to make them get it a different way.
I'm gonna piss some
Illegally.
people off here. You ban guns, what's gonna happen? People are still gonna have guns.
Mhm.
People are still all right.
Just not regulated.
They're just not right. People are still gonna have guns. Okay, you ban guns like pretty much indefinitely. Like places like the UK. You know what happens in the UK? People get fucking bludgeoned and stabbed to death.
Yeah.
People are going to hurt each other.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to put a death wish on like the humankind, but like it's like there's bad people everywhere, you know? And
it's not just the bad people hurting good people. It's good people hurting the bad people trying to hurt them.
yeah, exactly.
Very
I mean,
true.
the two old guys that were strapped up in the church saved 100 lives because they had the blickies on them.
That's
and
true.
dude came
Yep.
in with an AR and they took him out.
And it's I know we're pivoting to guns a little bit, but like all right, this like that school shooter in Texas that just happened. Okay, then we get into how should like, you know, let's regulate guns, like who can purchase a gun and what kinds of like attachments and stuff, cuz like the kid that just shot all those, and he was a kid, he was probably 18 or 19. How did a kid get that much money to purchase a AR, arsenal of ammo, attachments, scope, all that stuff? It gets into, okay, you know, should it be that easy to just walk into a store, show your ID, and to be able to get a gun? I mean, that's a conversation to be had, you know. But there needs to be maybe more of a vetting process with that, sure. But like, I don't think you ban guns, bro. People are still gonna have them.
I agree. I don't think you should be able to walk into Walmart and walk out with an AR.
Facts.
But-
yeah, me too.
Another thing is weird that I find it super weird. Did y'all know that you can't buy a handgun before 21 years old in like a pawn shop or a gun shop, you know, like an outpost, but you can buy it privately. Say if you had a gun for sale and I was 18,
Oh,
I
wow.
could buy that legally.
That's legal?
That's legal.
That's fucking
But-
crazy.
At 18, you can go buy long guns,
A shotgun, yeah.
which is shotguns, ARs, like the big mags,
The Walmart
big
guns.
bullets.
What the fuck?
You can buy rifles
At 18?
at 18, but you cannot buy a handgun, which is
That's so ass backwards.
I mean, you
What the
gotta
fuck?
do some searching online to get like a. I know you see it quite often, but like the 30-round clips, the maker of that gun does not make that clip. It's always a third-party business that will make a clip that will fit that gun that will hold 30 rounds, 50 rounds, 100. So the
Dude.
fact that they are not letting people buy the low capacity, low,
That's
caliber
insane.
pistols at 18, but you can go in there at 18 and buy a 5.56 AR that's gonna, mow down a whole
Essentially
class.
could, yeah.
And
That makes no
there's so
sense.
much you can do with an AR, like mix and match parts.
The bump stock makes so for automatic weapons are completely illegal, but you can buy a bump stock that's
Well, those are illegal now too.
well, yeah.
But
Biden
they've
just
made-
made them illegal,
They've made
but people still
variants.
have them.
What
They-
do the bump stocks do?
So it bumps off your shoulder to where you can hold your finger and it's
Yeah, like you know how it kicks back.
Damn.
It's like doom doom
So it's
doom doom.
basically an automatic.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I've watched a video where a dude uses a bump stock on a Mac 11 and he dumps a 30-round clip in like less than a second.
Damn.
That's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
But they have made okay, and this I know we kind of veered off with guns, but it kind of goes hand in hand in some way because they've made variants of weed, Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10. They've made variants of the bump stock
Yeah.
that they haven't made illegal yet because
It's technically not.
It's not a bump stock,
But it is.
But it functions
Yeah.
the same.
But it's same functionality. Yep.
And they were just about to, because there's terms in this. Like they can't fight this until like the next year, because they just ran out of time to make Delta 8 illegal recently, and they're like, well, we're gonna have to tackle that next time because that's up.
I think the bottom line is, dude, when you can't ban a substance or an item, because Americans are just going to find a way. People are just going to find a way to get it, regardless. If people want something, they're going to find a way to get it. You know, through the black market, through a guy they know, they're going to get it. So you can't just ban something, bro. You got to either make it legal or, I don't know, just make it fucking legal then.
Yeah,
Tax
that's
it.
what
Just
I'm
make
saying.
it
Like,
legal.
if you can't beat them, join them. The
Yeah.
war's over.
The war's
Yeah.
over.
You
the
lost.
drugs won.
Hell yeah. All right.
All
Go
right.
to the next one.
Let's see.
Might have time for a couple more, maybe. Actually, I have one. Let's do this one, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
and then mine, and then that's it.
Okay, so you can tell us about this one.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know.
Nicole Brown.
Well, Connor
yeah,
suggested
yeah.
this one.
So someone
read
asked-
the title. Read the title.
Nicole Brown Simpson's sister calls out Chris Rock's joke about murder distasteful. Again, he's a comedian, guys. I know it may have been distasteful, but all comedians are gonna be distasteful.
What do we know? What
So
the joke was?
was someone asked him if he's gonna return to because he got offered to do the Oscars again, and he said, "Why would I return to the Oscars? It's like returning to the scene of the crime and asking, Nicole Brown Simpson to go back to the restaurant where she left her glasses."
Okay, I mean,
It's
come on, dude. What do you want out of comedy? Like,
like, do you want them up there telling knock knock jokes?
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's not even that bad. Like, come on. That happened how many years ago?
Thank you. Like it's
If that happened like last week,
he's
okay,
not
it's
making 9/11
distasteful.
jokes.
That's what. Yeah.
yeah.
Like there will never be like a statute of limitations on that. Like that's just a place you don't touch.
Yeah.
I think the only person that can do it is Pete Davidson, but
Davidson.
he's going at himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean,
It's just, dude. I mean, I love comedy. I listen to comedy podcasts pretty much every single day.
They're the
And
best podcasters too.
They're the best podcasters
Yeah.
because, I mean, look, laughing is like, it's an emotion you can't control. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something's funny, you're going to laugh at it. People like to laugh. It's a good thing. You're feeling good about yourself. You don't want comedy to be like watered down. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's going to be ass. You want comedy to be edgy, push the envelope, say something that most people wouldn't say.
you go there
That's
to
funny.
hear the stuff that you're thinking, but they're saying in a mic to a group of people, and everyone is thinking it, or he would not catch one laugh.
Yeah.
He would bomb. And
Yeah.
I'm sure this joke didn't bomb.
No, I'm sure it didn't either. And it's like, yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's just people
Neither did
nowadays.
the G.I. Jane joke. Even, dude, Chris Brown and I think Jada cracked a smile, but it didn't bomb. She just made one face and he went off the, And, honestly, Chris Brown, not Chris Brown.
Brown.
Will Smith.
Oh.
I mixed them.
I don't think Chris
We've been
Brown
talking about Brown, Simpson, and give me a break. But Will Smith is fighting his own demons.
Oh, yeah.
That are way bigger than Chris Rock.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
I hate that. It's almost like we're saying the same thing about people making up ways to get offended, like we did with the Kanye segment last weekend. But it's like, who is offended? Like, did her family come out and say it was offensive, or are people talking for her?
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
them, because all right, look, if her daughter or whoever is like, hey, I actually didn't think that was very funny. All right, sure, maybe he might want to issue an apology for that, but like, I see no quote from Nicole Brown Simpson's. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, there is.
Okay, Nicole Brown Simpson's sister speaking out after. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't see that. It honestly.
But it's still her sister. I mean, it's not.
Yeah,
Well,
it kind of changes it a little bit for me, but like,
It was untimely.
but it's still a joke though.
And they have to like test shit. Like you don't know if
Yeah.
something's like too much until like
It's tough.
you say it.
I
Like you have
mean-
to toe the line between like too much
And that
not
goes into
enough.
comedy. I mean, because like for me, my comedy taste is different than even Myleena's, my girlfriend. Like when we watch certain movies, she might think us like she thinks some jokes hit, and then like I'm like, yeah, you know, cool. But like I don't get like upset because when I put on like an Adam Sandler movie, she's not like cackling. You know, it's like no, it's like not for you. You know.
Yeah.
But so what about this? What if Chris Rock made a joke about him getting smacked, and then somebody was like, "Well, that offends me that you made a joke about domestic abuse or something like that,
Or bullying.
or bullying," and he's like, "No, this happened to me." Like, what do you mean? I can joke about like. I just think people think that they can like. They have like an authority over. I don't know, man. It's like it's all about power at the end of the day. I think. I mean.
I think so too. People just want to be heard. But oh wait, no, that offends me. Look at
Yeah.
me, like that offends me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, okay, her sister she wasn't Nicole, but this
Yeah.
is a headline for her. Even honestly, it was an untimely joke.
You know what's funny? They don't even say her name.
No, not at all. It's
It's
just her
literally
sister.
just Nicole Brown Simpson's sister.
Yeah.
So that shows you everything that
Oh my god.
low key
you're right.
that low key tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Because she just wants to be in the headline.
That's what I'm saying.
That tells you everything.
known as Nicole Brown's sister, Nicole Brown Simpson's sister.
Yeah.
Like-
And you know,
it kind of tells
what
you
her Instagram blew up for a day because
right.
I've been trying to say, it was untimely because I think it just hit like the 23rd year
Yeah.
anniversary of it not too long ago when she posted about her sister. But again, it's a comedian telling jokes.
That is their
How-
job.
Think about how, dude. It's just we're getting soft out here
Mm-hmm.
on words, and
Yep.
It's okay if you
this
don't
man
like the
can
words.
say whatever he
Move on.
likes.
Yeah.
You know, that goes back to like almost cyberbullying. I know she wasn't at this show. Like, cyberbullying, dude. Turn your computer off.
Yeah,
the
Tyler the
bullying's
creator.
done.
Tyler the creator made a tweet a few years ago. Was like, "How are you cyberbullied?" It was like something like, I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, "How are you being cyberbullied? Just fucking turn your phone off." He was like, "Just close Twitter."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Close
Like-
it down and then it's done.
Okay, check the time real quick.
Yeah, dude, that's just crazy to me because I love comedy, man. I love comedians, and it's like,
All right, bet.
just don't fucking listen to it if you don't like it.
All right, I'm gonna switch gears here. I'm gonna airplay something from my phone.
Yeah, at least she won't have to, see him at the Oscars because he already said no.
Yeah, he already
Yeah.
declined that.
So
All right, so I've been seeing this. This is a Call of Duty topic, obviously. I've been seeing this like argument online about CDL pros versus Warzone pros and who is better. So I want you guys to watch this Tim the Tapman video, and then I want to hear y'all's input.
The whole idea behind it is that Warzone pros could go into CDL and be more successful than CDL pros going into Warzone. Is that really it? That fucking statement is wrong.
Agreed.
I'm going to read this one more time. Warzone pros could go to CDL and be more successful than
Oh my
CDL
God.
pros going to Warzone. If that is the argument people are making, it's the fucking opposite.
Exactly.
That is
Yes.
not it, bro. Homie, guys, the core of Warzone is Call of Duty. That's what it fucking is, bro. It's COD. Oh my god, bro. If that's what's getting argued, I'm 100% CDL. Which is
Wow.
how it is.
Okay. I haven't seen that video actually.
All right, yeah. So
It's the first time I'm seeing that.
I've seen Scump win a Warzone tournament before, and he just pretty much was like, "I'm done."
Case number one. Okay, case number two. Pro CDL players. Like, at this level, when you get into, like, the pro scene of Call of Duty, people aren't missing. It comes down to such a science, just like pro NFL, pro MLB. You have plays that you run. You have teamwork that's so in sync with each other, you wouldn't even believe it. Like the timing, it's like a millisecond. You have to react and like do this and that with your team. There's so much that goes into being a pro CDL player that Warzone, you would never be able to just switch over and get that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Warzone, I mean, it's its own thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it too, but pro CDL, 4v4, strategic gameplay,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. That's like saying one of us could hop into the NFL and just be good. Or like a fucking...
Yeah, because
I
I
don't
play
know.
because we throw football in the backyard.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different, but like... Yeah, it's saying like a decent college player could go play in the NFL,
Yeah.
and just be fine.
It's like, yeah,
Or,
you-
do better than an NFL player going to college and playing
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying. There's probably a better comparison to be made, but
because
it's a pro level of this sport you're doing. There's
Yeah.
so much more than just gun skill. It's
Well, what about-
teamwork, it's plays.
somebody like the Warzone pros though, like Aiden, you know,
Still, like
because he was talking shit too. Aiden was like, yeah, I can. You know,
okay, maybe if you go to a team and you practice with them for months
Yeah.
and you learn their plays and shit, then yeah, maybe for sure because you have good gun skill. But to say you could just hop right over and instantly be good is ridiculous. Like that's crazy.
What do you think? I mean, because you kind of just picked up Vanguard, but like, tell
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I've been playing COD
Right, that's what
for years,
yeah.
but I mean, it's
I think it's two different games, honestly.
it is two different games for sure. Because I mean, I mentioned the other night, like I would rather play Vanguard with y'all because I have my set class.
Mm-hmm.
So me swapping over to Vanguard, where I got to pick up a random gun and roll with the
Warzone?
punches.
Yeah.
Warzone.
Yeah.
And you know, pick up a random gun and roll with the punches, and I may be picking up. But also, I haven't been playing Warzone, so I don't know what gun to pick up.
But
I can-
Warzone is a lot about gun skill. Like
Yeah.
it's where you have to pick up a gun like you're talking about and be good at using that gun. CDL pros have that already. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they can hop over and do that. That's fine. Gun skill is not the problem.
It's the strat.
the mindset behind
I
being
would-
a pro
so-
in 4v4 setting.
And that's where I was getting at. Like, that's and when I said that, you were like, "Dude, don't worry about the gun. Think about their next play.
Yeah.
Get into their head. Where are
Mhm.
they gonna go?" And
So-
that's I agree.
That's all Call of Duty is. I mean,
So 100 Thieves
yeah.
won the champs, right?
Mhm.
Imagine 100 Thieves playing the best 4 Warzone players.
they would absolutely get demolished.
You know, and
Demolished.
then maybe even you can't even do a vice versa, but like imagine if
Yeah.
you put them
Well, you could say like who would get more kills on a team
Right.
of 4. You put the best four
Warzone
Warzone players,
100
and,
Thieves.
and 100 Thieves drop into Caldera.
Yeah.
and
Who-
fucking who gets more kills? It would be close.
and,
I think.
but vice versa, if Aiden and Nick Merck, I don't even know, but like if 4 of the best Warzone players played
100 Thieves
100
in
Thieves
a CDL
in a
setting.
CDL match,
Oh no, there's
They're
no
getting
shot.
fucking mopped, dude.
like hard
Like-
point. They're like
People don't
surge.
understand, dude. Yeah, it's. I don't want to like sit here and break everything down, but it's so much like, if I'm going somewhere, I have to look at where my other 3 teammates are, where they're watching, and I have to think, okay, they're watching there. I need to watch here, and if someone's not here, he's gonna be somewhere else. You know, like it's kind of like chess. How I describe it to people, it's
Yeah.
like fast-paced chess.
it is.
Like chess, you're thinking, okay, what is this person gonna do? You got to think like 5 moves ahead in case they do something.
Mm-hmm.
Same with COD, like it's just fast-paced chess. That's how I explain it a lot.
I totally agree with that, honestly, because even for someone that doesn't watch esports, like I know you watch it, I'm not a big. I catch clips of it,
Mhm.
and when I do catch clips of it, the call outs are insane.
Yeah.
They're never not talking.
It's just
Mhm.
constant.
And it's almost like they don't need, like, okay, so a UAV is basically like an automatic call out,
Yeah.
but they don't need it
Yeah.
because they know exactly where it's at. They've been on this map either 1,000 times or in a private match, like running these.
They know every little crevice.
Yeah, exactly.
Where anybody could possibly be, and they're like, they look
Mhm.
this way, and he's like, he's not here, so he's got to be here.
Exactly.
Like-
Like we've checked everywhere else. There, it's
And this guy
it's
called out that
process
2
of
people up here.
elimination,
Yeah.
and call outs and all kinds of stuff which Warzone players are not using.
Yeah. The map
That's
is too
true.
big.
Well, when it comes down to like individual gunfights, it does that because you can be like, oh, I heard my team call out he was over here behind this building. So once I kill this guy, oh, I need to look over here because my teammate called him out. It's somewhat like that to a very small level, but nowhere near like it is in the CDL.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I think in Warzone it's like he's on me. He's on where I just died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Come to me.
I know the call outs on
And you can mark
Warzone
people in
pros
Warzone.
are
Well,
exactly.
and I think that the big argument is what they're saying is that Warzone pros have better gun skill. I think that's the main
But that
argument.
doesn't
is
hold
what
it-
they're
that
saying.
doesn't
Well, he's
hold
saying
it.
they could go to the CDL
Right.
and be good. So that's a different argument. But
Well,
that argument Tim's talking about, I agree with him 100%. Fucking
All
stupid.
right. Well, do you think that
As far
that-
as gun skill,
like, do you think that like who's the MVP on 100 Thieves? Well, who?
Kenny.
Kenny. So do you think Kenny has better gun skill than Aiden? Ghost Aiden.
I mean,
but
well,
does
if
gun
we're-
skill even hold a light to
that's what I'm saying.
if
'Cause
you
strategy,
can't see them?
right?
Well,
If they know where you're at before
that's what
you
I'm
do,
saying. At this level, like at the pro level of CDL, no one misses. Everyone's gun skill is like to the max. Like
Yeah.
if you miss a couple bullets, that's like
You're
weird.
dead.
Like you won't see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And-
Like,
and you miss-
everyone fucking hits.
you
every
miss
bullet.
like that. You're dead because he's gonna shoot you. Like,
Exactly. So it's like at that level, at the pro level, I don't think like everyone kind of has the same gun.
there's
skill.
not really disparity.
Call of Duty is one of the easiest games to like shoot people. As far as
It doesn't
like,
take a lot of bullets. I mean, in
doesn't take a
reality.
lot of bullets. The
Headshot. You're
if you have the right attachments, the recoil is not that bad. You can kind of just hit them. So that's like I don't know. I feel like everyone's got the same gun skill.
damn.
I just don't think gun skill holds up
to strategy.
the weight to strategy.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. That's,
You can't-
Yeah.
That's what Tim the Tapman
if
was
I
saying,
know I'm
yeah.
about to turn this corner and you're gonna be there, I'm already on you. And no matter how good your gun skill is, you don't
Exactly.
know that I know where you're at.
Exactly.
You're not
And you don't know
prepared.
where I'm at
Exactly.
because my team already called you out, and I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah, man.
So I agree with Tim.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Look, I think we're about at an hour. Check the garage man real quick. Any parting thoughts?
We might be a little bit over.
No, we're good. Right at an hour.
Right an hour. Yeah.
Thanks for having me, fellas, on
No,
your third
dude,
tape
thank you.
Thursday podcast.
Come back again, dude. This
Did
is,
y'all decide on a name, or are y'all keeping it?
I'm just gonna keep it. What do you mean, like as the show?
I didn't know if you were going off like a spin-off of Slightly Dated podcast.
I mean, we
or-
thought about it, but I mean, as of now,
I didn't know if you
Yeah,
put any
we
more
haven't
thought
really
into
like
it.
discussed it really. Nothing's like stuck out.
no. I mean, I'm kind of going the Rogan path, where Rogan's on episode like 2,500.
Oh, so you are sticking with that?
I'm kind of just I don't know. I mean, because it's still on like the Slightly Daily channel and stuff.
Yeah.
In the future, I'd love to have like this is a whole nother conversation, but I'd love to have like multiple like How No Jumper.
Yeah.
I'd love to have multiple different shows like that are more specific. Like if we had a full hour to talk about COD, COD patches and updates and like what guns are nerfed, like that would be cool. Or like
Yeah. I could
every
do
week
that.
we had like a football, we talk about like we have an NFL segment and then a college segment. Like, but for now, yeah, just rocking with what it's been. But yeah, dude, this was cool. Y'all got any
Yeah, this was
parting
great.
parting thoughts? 1:35. That hour goes by fucking quick.
Mhm.
Especially when you're talking with homies
Yeah.
Yeah.
about great topics. Just keep in mind that the ice caps are still melting at an alarming
At
rate.
an alarming rate.
And I can't tell the seasons apart at this point. So
That's true.
let's get that going. Anything else, guys?
Connor or Parker, final thought?
If you've made it this far, just thank you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for the support.
Follow on like TikTok and Instagram. I've never shouted my TikTok out, but like
Yeah, we're gonna start getting active on there.
Yeah, we'll
with the clips.
posting clips and stuff from this.
I totally forgot. I started a Twitch.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
Purest Form _DB.
We'll put it.
You can
Yep.
right
tune
here.
in if you like. I'm probably not gonna quit. I spent too much money
Don't
on my
quit.
computer.
Don't quit.
You'll get over
Dude,
it.
you were
bro.
telling me the same thing. You were like, bro. I was like, dude. I
But
don't
you're
know.
cold.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, I'm not getting any viewers, and you were like, dude, fuck that. So like, take your
I
own
know
advice.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah. Tuned in to both of these guys. They stream Twitch and whatnot. Yeah, guys.
I guess
Love
that's
you.
it.
135.
Love you. Spread love. Make saying I love you normal.